Yes, ta. Thank you.
You all right?
Yes, I was tasting some of my food. I am gonna be sick.
Oh, Miss Ferguson. I'd like you to meet the new member of our team, named Murphy. Joan Ferguson.
How do you do? Heard quite a bit about you.
Not all bad, I hope.
Have you had a chance to see around the place yet?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds gave me the quick guided tour. And I must say, from what I've seen, I'm most impressed. I gather the emphasis is on rehabilitation, which is what we're all about in the long run, isn't it?
Well, that's what we strive for.
Of course, at Woodridge, they're all men, but I gather the same principles apply here.
Look, I've got a meeting soon. Miss Ferguson, could you come to my office in 20 minutes?
Certainly, Governor.
And then could you come with me now and collect your workers' comp forms
Sure.
and so on?
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Yes. Phew. How wrong can you be? Another do-gooder, eh?
Seem very genuine to me.
I think that's what I mean.
Bobby, love, you've got to stop worrying.
Yes, love, even if there is any news, we'll be the last to know.
The freak could say something.
The freak?
Oh. Yeah, the only reason she's so snarly this morning is because she's worried too.
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
True. She found him. She was nearly bawling last night.
Hey, guess what? We've got a new screw, a bloke.
Oh? What's his name?
Murphy. Overheard Reno introducing him.
Murphy. Name rings a bell. Len Murphy, Woodridge?
Yeah, what have you heard?
Can't quite remember, but whatever it wasn't good.
Well, maybe we ought to get the PRG to check him out.
Yeah, well, leave it to me. Let's hope I'm wrong.
What if you're not?
Don't reckon it matters. Sounds like a top dog's problem to me.
Thank you, Bobby.
So you'll appreciate that I have to interview everyone.
Yes, of course, yes.
Is it possible that Warren could have stolen any of your personal belongings?
No, I would have noticed. I'm fussy about my appearance, but not to the point of bringing shampoo to work.
So you're aware of what was smuggled?
No, not really. Just what I heard.
You asked to see me, Governor?
Oh, yes. It was Miss Ferguson who found Warren with the goods.
Oh, forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn, but I hope Mr. Proctor isn't under suspicion.
I've already explained that I'm merely questioning people at the moment.
Yes, but I forgot to mention earlier that he's the one person who is in the clear.
Why is that?
Well, you see, I was on duty when Mr. Proctor arrived. He was thoroughly searched, Governor, and there was definitely no contraband on Mr. Proctor.
Last batch coming up.
Already, I haven't finished this lot yet.
Bobby, come on now, love. Stop worrying about him.
I can't get him off my mind, Jude.
I know, but he's in good hands.
Hey, who's on holidays here? I've got nothing left over there.
In case you hadn't noticed, Bobby is very upset.
Yes, well, we are getting a bit behind, that's all.
Well, then the quotas can go and stuff themselves.
Morning, ladies. Name's Murphy. You can call me Mr. Murphy.
Welcome aboard.
You must be Desmond, the top dog.
That's right. You can call me Myra.
A comedian. It's a pleasant change. And what's all the slacking about?
It's nothing really, Mr. Murphy. It's Bobby here. She's very worried about Mr. Dobson.
Yes, nasty business, that. Well, if your second name's Mitchell, I've got some good news for you. You've got a visitor, Mrs. Dobson.
Yeah, did you hear that, Jude? It stands missus.
Oh, love.
Did not keep the lady waiting. And what about some work from the rest of you? You want to go cracking the whip now, would I?
Doesn't seem like no Frankenstein to me.
No one wants to give a bad impression on their first day.
Well, you'd know, wouldn't you? You're top dog.
How come Reno didn't twig what was going on?
Well, that was the most amazing part. There I was, my mouth shut so Mrs. Reynolds couldn't hear my teeth chattering, when Miss Ferguson said, "It couldn't have been Mr. Ray Proctor. I checked him out myself."
You're kidding.
Honest to God.
Warren, why aren't you in the dining room helping the others?
I was just on my way, Miss Ferguson.
Then move it. You've been here long enough to know the rules, Proctor. No gossiping with the women.
I was just telling how kind of you it was to clear my name with Miss Reynolds.
So I heard. But you left out one important detail. The fact that I can smell your little racket a mile away.
Racket, Miss Ferguson?
Yeah, just you listen to me, Tinkerbell. The only reason you're still drawing your pay is because I didn't want to look bad in front of the governor. Now, I know you smuggled that contraband past me, but it was my job I was looking after, not yours.
Well, at least it's over and done with, and that's the most important thing.
That's where you're wrong. You're only here because of me. You owe me quite a debt, Proctor. And I'll be collecting.
I must admit I'm not looking forward to this. She certainly put us in an awkward position.
Yes. It's always embarrassing when one of our side turns.
Doesn't look as though she was ever on our side. Well, we better get it over with. Call her in.
Higgins? Mrs. Reynolds, nice to see you again.
I wish I could say the same. Sit down if you like.
Thank you.
Well, you've certainly run up quite a few charges, including jumping bail and running off to Sydney.
Just catching up on some old friends.
Judging from this, those so-called friends were former prisoners who'd received unusually early releases, signed by you. Frankly, I find it difficult to understand that you, of all people, could have become involved in these schemes. Apparently, you haven't denied any of it.
Why should I? The truth is, I was bored. All those hard luck stories and innocent faces. Unbearable. So I decided to try a little trading, push the system a bit. A few things the prisoners wanted in exchange for a few favors I could use. Let's face it, what prisoner doesn't want a shorter sentence?
And you obviously never stopped to think of the effect that this would have on the people running those prisons.
What difference does it make? Nothing ever changes. It's them and us.
I shouldn't have to remind you that you are now one of them.
Technically. It's not quite the same, is it? They're professionals. We understand each other.
I disagree. As long as you're in here, you'll be treated the same as everyone else. However, it'd be foolish to pretend that there won't be some women who may not take kindly to your presence. For the moment, you'll be kept in the isolation block.
Very thoughtful.
Mrs. Morris, would you take Sarah Higgins to her cell, please?
By the way, I hope you haven't forgotten that little favor I did for you.
Favor?
Mitchell, Mrs. Reynolds, remember? You asked me to be lenient on her. I kept my side of the bargain. I hope you're going to keep yours.
Let's go.
Geez, I can't believe it. Stan wants me to visit him. Do you reckon Mrs. Reynolds will let me?
Well, that's up for her to decide.
I guess so.
You know, Mrs. Dobson seems to think a lot of you, Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. I reckon she's okay, too.
Well, she's a fine family woman. You could learn a lot from someone like her. Well, I better get you back to work.
Oh, do we have to? Can't keep me on the job with all this Stan stuff. Anyway, it's nearly lunchtime.
Yeah, you're dead right. Perhaps I better get you straight back to your dorm, eh?
Oh, beauty, Mr. Murphy.
Well, let's just say